Hello, hello, welcome to aula 6. Master Your Portuguese com Yuri Paz. Yes, here we are, another Friday. If you're watching this on Instagram, join me now on YouTube. You will be able to see me sharing screen and you can see all the information. So if you're here on Instagram, join me now on YouTube. The link is in bio, all right? And hello. Hi, Eldad. Welcome. It's good to see you here. It's very good to see you here. So we will today begin a journey on verbs. So we will study verbs today, and we will be carrying on studying verbs for this semester until December. So we are going to focus on all different tenses, from the most simple present tense to compound tenses by the end of the semester. So it will be very challenging. It will be so much fun. And I'm so excited to share all this knowledge with all of you. Eldad, can you listen me well? Is it fine? The audio is fine. The video is fine. Is it okay? Yes. Here we are. One more Friday. This is so exciting. So exciting. Olá, Rub! Tudo bem? Tudo bom com você? Yes. Ótimo, obrigado, Eldad. Ótimo. Que bom, Arub, que você veio para a aula hoje. Fico muito feliz. Hoje nós vamos estudar verbos, certo? E in the past few lessons, we began this journey studying verbs, the differences between verbs ser and estar, and then we moved to articles, nouns, adjectives, masculine and feminine, plural. So we tackled all that. And today we are going to begin our journey on verbs. So let's get started. Introduction to verbs. So today's lesson will be with lots of concepts that will be very important for the next lessons. Okay, so we will study and you will learn some basic concepts or review some basic concepts. So some of you already know them, but they will be very important for the next few lessons because I will be talking about them, and it will be very important if you already know. Okay, so I decided to make this first lesson on verbs as an introduction, so you can grasp the idea of how verbs in Portuguese are like. Okay. So, introduction to verbs. Let's get started. Verbos in Portuguese. We've got 3 different moods. Okay. So, and I like to always say that it's like a mood, like when we have our own mood, sometimes we are not in a very good mood, and sometimes we are in a wonderful mood. It's the same thing as with verbs. I like to make this association so it's easier to understand. So we've got 3 different moods, which are indicative, subjunctive, and imperative. Yuri, are we going to study all these 3 different moods? Yes, we will. Not today, obviously, but throughout the second semester. So, as I told you in the beginning of this lesson, on the second semester, we will be studying verbs, and we will go through indicative mood, subjunctive, imperative. Besides that, verbs have their tenses, and each mood has their tenses. Yuri, are we going to study those tenses as well? Yes, one by one, and you will understand. If you stick with me, every Friday, I'm sure your grammar, your Portuguese grammar will skyrocket. Let's put it that way. I'm pretty sure that. But Yuri, are these lessons only focused on grammar? Yes. So if you are interested in grammar, if you want to know more about Portuguese grammar, this is the place for you, okay? My course, Master Club, it's not focused on grammar, it's focused on communication. So I decided to do this as an extra tool for the students, for my students, as well as for every student who wants to learn and master their Portuguese grammar, all right? So, and besides the mood and the tenses, the persons. Eu, você, nós, eles. So all these interfere in the verb. So depending on the person, the verb changes, and we will learn that. All right? So mood, tense, person. Now, indicative mood. I will go through the tenses, but we will not study them today. This is just for you to have an idea on how it works in Portuguese. So we've got indicative mood. When do I use this mood, Yuri? It is used to talk about real and precise actions, okay? So we have presente, which is the present tense, pretérito perfeito and pretérito imperfeito. They are past tenses. Pretérito mais que perfeito, it's also a past tense, but this is not used in Brazil, okay? Only in literature, old Portuguese and things like that. So we will not study this because you won't use it, okay? We don't use it. I never use it. I've never used it. So, futuro do presente, futuro do pretérito, future tenses, okay? Then we've got subjunctive mood. When do we use subjunctive mood? It is used to, oops, this is all mixed up, to talk about uncertain actions, conditions, and doubts. Okay, so if you are unsure of something, or it's a condition or something, we use subjunctive. Okay, and we've got three subjunctive types: presente, pretérito imperfeito, and futuro. Just these three. Okay, we will work this out thoroughly in the future. Okay. And be ready because we will have lots of exercises today. So if you haven't got your pen, your notebook, get them now, a piece of paper, whatever you can use to write, get in because we will study. We will do lots of exercises, okay? And imperative mood, which is used to express order, wishes, warning, okay, and we've got two types, negative and affirmative. And as you already know, the persons. Eu, tu, ele, ela, você, a gente. A gente, I want you to remember that it's the same as we, nós, vós, eles, elas, vocês. Vós, it is not used in Brazil. So we will not use this, okay? We will not learn this. I've never used vós in my life. And tu, it is used in Brazil, but with some peculiarities, Let's put it that way. So I won't focus on this now, but I will explain in a future lesson what's the difference between tu and você and when to use correctly, right? So now let's get started. This was just a big picture on verbs, but this is the focus of our lesson today. This is what you will learn today. Infinitivo, gerúndio, particípio. I want you to get out this lesson knowing this, okay? Infinitivo, most of you already know. And gerúndio, most of you already know. Particípio, some of you already know, okay? But one important information. Infinitivo, gerúndio, particípio are not related to any mood or tense. What does this mean, Yuri? It means that infinitivo is not subjunctive, it's not indicative, it's not present, it's not past, it's not future, it's nothing of that sort. It's just infinitivo. It's one of the base forms of the verbs, okay? So infinitivo, gerúndio, particípio. They are the base form of the verbs, and they mean something. They express something, okay? So I want you to, before we continue, I want you to hit like button in this video. It helps me greatly. It shows me that students enjoy my content and my lessons, and they learn from what I teach. Okay, so please, if you enjoy this, hit the like button, and let's get started. Most of you already know this information, so it's basically a review of some of the things that you've learned before. And infinitivo can be divided into 3 different conjugations, which are called primeira conjugação, segunda conjugação, e terceira conjugação. But Yuri, what is infinitivo? I haven't understood yet. Wait, you will. Okay, for now, just know that there are 3 types. Primeira, first, segunda, second, terceira, third. So, and this is very important because you know this, you know these 3 types, and they will help you with all the tenses from here forward. It will help you with all the tenses and the rules of the regular verbs. This is a key point that you need to know. What is a primeira conjugação verb? What is a segunda conjugação verb? And what is a terceira conjugação verb? All right? And I will tell you just now, it's very simple, very easy to understand and to identify. So, verbos de primeira conjugação are all the infinitive verbs ending in a. A-R. All of them. All of them. So, I chose 10 examples of verbs of primeira conjugação. Let's see if you can get them right. I want you to write in the comment section all the verbs of primeira conjugação in the infinitive form that you can think of. And remember, they are all the infinitive verbs ending in AR, okay? And then, after you tell me, let's check on my list below, my list of 10 examples, and see if you got some of them right, okay? So, please write in the comment section. I've got here my orange juice, as always. Hello. Join me live on YouTube if you're watching this on Instagram. The link is in bio, and you will be able to see my screen share and comment as well on YouTube, all right? Hello, language.salad. How are you doing? How's it going? So, what verbs can you think of? Arub said estudar. Yes, Arub, correct. That's one verb of primeira conjugação. We've got more verbs. Falar, confirmar. Well done, Eldad. Well done. Any other? Muito obrigado, Language Salad. Muito obrigado. Chorar. Great, Arub. Ótimo. So, let's see if these 4 verbs, they are among my 10 verbs, okay? Oh, we've got more. Amar, pensar, yes. So let's see. We've got estudar, yes, correct, good. Estudar, gostar, gastar, to spend, gastar dinheiro, to spend money, morar, trabalhar, tomar banho, to take a shower, tomar uma cerveja, to drink beer, voltar, to come back or to go back, matar, to kill, levar, to take, ficar, to stay. So you see that all these verbs, they end in a, so they are all primeira conjugação. Ótimo, ótimo, Eldad, Arub, well done, well done. Now, verbos de segunda conjugação are all infinitive verbs ending in er and o, okay? Or we've got one verb like that, which is por, and por means like to put something somewhere, okay? But most of the verbs will be ending in er. Now you tell me, what verbs can you think of that end in er? And they are segunda conjugação. Write down in the comment section. Language.salad. I'm from Fortaleza, Brazil. And you, where are you from? So, Eldad, well done. So, we've got haver. Well done, Eldad. That is a great verb. Comer, poder, beber, saber. Yes. They are all segunda conjugação verbs. Yes. Let's see if I've got those verbs on my list. So we've got por, right? Beber, yes, we've got beber. Trazer, to bring. Comer, ótimo. Dizer, to say. Dizer, morder, to bite. Bater, to beat or to hit. Esconder, to hide. Vender, and atender. Atender o telefone, to pick up the phone. Atender o telefone. So, well done, Eldad and Arub. Great. So these are all verbs ending in er, therefore, segunda conjugação. Now, terceira conjugação. Terceira conjugação are all the infinitive verbs ending in ir. Write down in the comment section all the verbs that you can think of that end in IR, and let's see if they match my list. Ah, Santos, São Paulo. Great. I've never been to Santos. Let's see. What verbs can you think of that end in IR? Great. I see that. Assistir, partir, sair. Well done, Eldad. Well done, Arub. Yes. Let's see if those verbs match my list. We've got dividir, right, to divide. Partir, yes, you got that right. Assistir, yes, you got that right. Curtir, to have fun. Vamos curtir. Let's have fun, okay? Dormir, to sleep. Pedir, to ask for something, okay? Like pedir uma comida, like to ask for food or to order some food. Conseguir, to be able to do something. Conseguir. Decidir, to decide. Ir, verbo ir, that we use it a lot, is one of the most important verbs in Portuguese. And vir, to come. Yes, Arub, Eldad, parabéns. And so, this is not new information for you. So, primeira conjugação, all the verbs ending in AR. Segunda conjugação, all the verbs ending in ER. Terceira conjugação, all the verbs ending in IR. Great. Now, gerund. Gerund. Ooh. Gerund. When do we use gerund form? Gerúndio. Gerúndio is used when you want to talk about an action that is in progress, in the past, present, or future. Okay? So every time that you want to say that an action is in progress, that it's an ongoing action, then you will use gerund form. Okay? And as we've got 3 types of infinitive, we also got 3 types of gerund. And gerúndios de primeira conjugação end in ando. So remember that infinitivos de primeira conjugação end in a. Gerúndio, we are going to drop the a and add ando. So, for example, estudar, drop the a and add ando. Now, I want you to follow this model. It's very simple, and I want you to write the gerund form for all these 9 verbs. I did the first. Estudar, estudando. Okay? Now you do the rest. I told you there is plenty of exercise today. Yes. Well, here in Fortaleza, every S before a T is pronounced sh. So that's why I say gostar, estudar. Yes, that's interesting. So, estudar, estudando. Gostar, gostando, gastar. But it's only the S before the T that we do the sh. Aha, we've got some answers. Ótimo. So, gostando, gastando, morando, trabalhando. Yes! Tomando. You all got it right. Voltando. Matando. Levando e ficando. Isn't it simple? Isn't it easy? So, to write the verb in the gerund form, you just go for drop the R and add ando. Okay? And it's so simple that we are going to do now segunda conjugação. Segunda conjugação. Segunda conjugação, we've got the verbs, instead of ending in ER, like infinitive, drop the ER and add endo. Endo. Okay? So, I did the first. Bebê, bebendo. Drop the ER and add endo. Bebê, bebendo. Now you do the other 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 verbs. Yes, Language Salad. So, Language Salad is on Instagram talking to me, and he's from São Paulo. He's from Santos. And I'm pretty sure that in São Paulo, they pronounce verb estudar, correct me if I'm wrong, estudar. And he's very impressed with my pronunciation because I say estudar. And he's like, oh, that's very cute. I really like your accent. So, estudar is how I pronounce, but in São Paulo, they say estudar. This is interesting. Okay, Eldad, we've got some answers already. Yes. Great. So, beber, bebendo. Trazer, trazendo. Comer, comendo, dizer, dizendo. Yes. Morder, mordendo. Bater, batendo. Esconder, escondendo. Vender, vendendo. Atender, atendendo. E entender, entendendo. Yes, Arub. Great. Ótimo. Ótimo, ótimo, ótimo. Easy. Easy. So now let's do third conjugation, terceira conjugação, and drop the IR and add indo. So I did the first example, dividir, dividindo, right? So you do the next 9 verbs. I told you this is easy. You have all got it right. We've got answers. Ótimo, Eldad. Muito bom. Então, partir, partindo, assistir, assistindo, curtir, curtindo, dormir, dormindo, pedir, pedindo, conseguir, conseguindo, fugir, fugindo, ir, indo, vir, vindo. Ótimo, ótimo. So, you see that it's pretty simple. And I want you to get this information of gerund because we will apply this when we study present progressive, past progressive. We will get this, okay? Ótimo, Arub. Dividindo, partindo. There is an R missing on partindo, Arub, okay? Assistindo, curtindo, dormindo, pedindo, conseguindo, fugindo, indo, vindo. Ótimo, ótimo. So, we will get this information and we will use it when we talk about present progressive, past progressive, okay? So, we learned infinitive, we learned gerund. So now let's have a look at participle, past participle. In Portuguese, particípio. So, past participle, particípio, is used to talk about, to express an action that is finished. Okay? It is mostly used with compound tenses, like eu tenho estado, nós tínhamos visto, compound tenses that we will study in the future. Okay? So, different from infinitive and gerund, particípio has regular forms and irregular forms. So, you must be aware of this because there are some verbs that they are irregular and we tend to use the same rule as the regular verbs and it doesn't fit very well, but we will see that. So, particípios de primeira conjugação, they end in ado. Attention. Attention, please. Attention, please. Gerúndio ends in, ando, ando. So you see the difference? You just drop the N from gerund. Ando becomes ado. Pay attention to pronunciation. Ando, ado. Ando, ado. Okay? So it will be ado. For example, let's use the same verbs that we used for gerund. Estudar, estudado. Now you do the other verbs. Gostar, tarará. You see? So, I wanted to really pay attention to the pronunciation. Ado, ado. So you see that these verbs, they are all regular, okay? Estudar, gostar, gastar, morar, trabalhar, tomar, cortar, colocar, voltar. They are all regular participio. So they all have the same ending. Ótimo, Eldad. Yes, correto, Eldad. Muito bom. Então, yes, Arub. Gostado, gastado, morar, trabalhado, tomado, cortado. Yes, ótimo, Arub, também, muito bom. Então, gostado, gastado, morado, trabalhado. Are you paying attention to the pronunciation? Tomado, cortado, colocado, voltado. So, let's compare this. Let's compare this. Voltando, voltado. Voltando, voltado. So you see that this is nasal, voltando, voltando. And here, no nasal sound. Voltado. The same as estudando, estudado. So, estudando, estudado. Attention to pronunciation. Ótimo. And now, particípio de segunda e terceira conjugação are the same. They end in ido. So they are exactly the same. There is no particípio ending in edo. Comedo. Comido. So we've got beber, bebido. Drop the ER and add ido. Dividir. Drop the IR and add ido. Então, beber, bebido. Dividir, dividido. So, I want you to do these verbs from segunda conjugação and these verbs from terceira conjugação. Okay? Time to practice. I told you this lesson was going to be easy. It's very important to review some of these basic concepts because our next lessons we will get deeper into verbs. Aha! Ótimo! Ótimo, Eldred. Well done. So, vendido, comido, lido, mordido, partido, assistido, curtido, dormido. Yes. Ótimo, ótimo. So, it doesn't matter if it's segunda conjugação or terceira conjugação, they have the same ending in participio form, alright? So this is very important to pay attention to. Yes, Arub, all correct, all correct. Well done, well done. So, great. So when we began our studies with compound tenses, we will need this information right here, okay? And I also have a list to show you of some of the irregular participle verbs, such as por, posto, dizer, dito, eu tenho dito, for example, ver, visto, abrir, aberto, and it's very common, very common to hear some Brazilians saying abrido. Wrong. Abrido is not correct. However, you will hear some Brazilians saying this. The correct is aberto. Fazer, feito, vir, vindo. Yuri, vindo is gerund. I think this is wrong. It's gerund and participio. So, the gerund form of verb vir is vindo, and the participle form of verb vir is also vindo. So, it's the same for both. Escrever, escrito. Okay, so you see that they are irregular verbs. There are more irregular verbs. I just brought here a list of some of these verbs as an example, okay? Should you worry about this now? No. We will tackle this when we start working on compound tenses, right? So, right now I've got our final exercise, mini exercise at the end of the lesson, and I want you to write here on the first column, you've got infinitive. Gerund, I want you to write the gerund form of all these verbs and the participio form of all these verbs. Are you ready to do it? Let's see if you understood this. Go! Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Eldad, watch out with bebê. Bebê, it's not bebindo. It's segunda conjugação, so it's bebendo. Okay? Ótimo. Ótimo. Yes, ótimo. Yes, let's correct then. So, ligar, ligando, ligado. Correr, correndo, corrido. Treinar, treinando, treinado. Andar, andando, andado. Ir, indo, ido. Dormir, dormindo, dormido. Beber, bebendo, bebido. Acordar, acordando, acordado. Ter, tendo, tido. Yes, yes. Ótimo, ótimo. Alguma pergunta? Alguma pergunta? Ficou claro? Is it clear? Eldad, Aru, is it clear? Do you have any questions? Let me know in the comment section if you've got questions, if you understood, if it's all clear. You did well today. You did awesome. And let me remind you of something. This basic concept will be used in the next lessons. So it's very good that you know this because it will help you when we begin going deeper into the tenses. All right? Great. Claro, very clear. Ótimo, ótimo, ótimo. So this is the end of the lesson. You can please like this video, hit the like button, and I will post on the Telegram channel. You can find the link to our Telegram channel on the description link. I will post the PDF file with all this information and a longer list of verbs. So there will be a very long list of verbs from all conjugations, first conjugation, second and third. Okay, and I will see you next Friday, right? See you next Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much. And have a wonderful weekend. Tchau, tchau, Arup. Tchau, tchau, Eldad. Muito obrigado. Beijo.